Welcome to GraphRAG, unlocking the future of AI with graph-based data. Hi there, AI innovators. Today we're diving into one of the most exciting advancements in artificial intelligence, GraphRAG. If you're curious about how AI can map complex relationships, uncover hidden patterns, and revolutionize industries, this video is for you. Imagine an AI that doesn't just think linearly, but connects the dots between complex networks. That's exactly what GraphRAG does. In this video, we'll explore how GraphRAG builds on RAG's foundation to handle graph-based data, its applications, and why it's a game changer. Plus, I'll share how you can learn more through our article linked below. Let's get started. Let's start with the basics. GraphRAG stands for Graph Retrieval-Augmented Generation. Like RAG, it combines a retrieval module with a generative model, but here's the twist: it uses graph-based data. This allows the model to retrieve and reason with complex interconnected datasets. Think about social networks, supply chains, or molecular research, where relationships matter as much as the data itself. GraphRAG uses graph-based retrieval to map relationships and generative capabilities to explain or predict outcomes. It's like having an AI detective that not only finds clues but pieces them together into a cohesive story. So, why is GraphRAG so revolutionary? Here are the top 3 reasons. 1. Complex relationship analysis. Traditional AI models struggle with datasets where relationships between elements are key. GraphRAG thrives in these scenarios, making it ideal for network analysis, fraud detection, and more. 2. Enhanced accuracy. By leveraging graph structures, GraphRAG retrieves highly relevant and context-aware information, minimizing noise and improving the quality of outputs. 3. Real-world applications. From drug discovery to social media analytics, GraphRAG is enabling breakthroughs across diverse industries. Imagine being a supply chain manager with the power to see not just the steps in your supply chain, but also how a delay in one area might ripple through the entire network. With GraphRAG, you can visualize and predict these bottlenecks before they even happen, saving both time and money. Or take healthcare. GraphRAG helps researchers map complex gene relationships to accelerate drug discovery. For example, understanding how certain compounds interact with gene networks can lead to breakthroughs in personalized medicine. This isn't just theory, it's happening now. By leveraging graph structures, GraphRAG retrieves highly relevant and context-aware information, reducing noise and improving the quality of insights. It's like moving from looking at a single puzzle piece to seeing the entire picture. Let's break down how GraphRAG works. 1. Graph-based querying. A user provides a query or input. 2. Graph retrieval module. The system explores graph databases to fetch relevant, interconnected data points. 3. Generative model. The retrieved graph data is fused with a generative model to create a structured, insightful response. This isn't just about retrieving data, it's about understanding the relationships between data points and presenting them in a way that makes sense for decision-making. For example, if you're researching a new drug, GraphRAG can pull related chemical compounds, gene interactions, and research papers, then generate a cohesive explanation of how they connect. Or let's say you're in finance and need to evaluate a portfolio's risk. GraphRAG can pull data on investments, market conditions, and even global economic events, then connect the dots to provide a risk assessment. The insights you get aren't just answers, they're actionable strategies. To further understand how GraphRAG operates, let's look at a practical example using LangChain. LangChain offers robust tools for integrating graph databases into RAG systems. 2 key functions that play a vital role are vectorStoreIndex.FROM_vector_store and vector context retriever. First, vectorStoreIndex.FROM_vector_store is used to create an index from your graph database. This index helps organize and structure the data into a format optimized for fast retrieval. Second, Vector Context Retriever takes the indexed data and efficiently retrieves relevant information based on the query input. Example in action. Let's say you're building a knowledge graph for drug discovery. Here's how these tools work together. Use vectorStoreIndex.FROM_vector_store to structure your database containing chemical compound properties, gene interactions, and related research papers. This creates a searchable index that enables efficient exploration of the graph database. When a query is submitted, such as which compounds target the ABC1 protein and have passed phase 2 trials, Vector Context Retriever identifies and fetches the most relevant nodes and edges from the graph. Finally, GraphRAG combines these retrieved elements with the generative model to provide a cohesive, insightful response, such as a list of compounds, their mechanisms, and links to related studies. By combining vector store index.from_vector_store and vector context retriever, GraphRAG not only ensures precise retrieval of relevant data, but also optimizes system performance, making it scalable and actionable for complex real-world applications. This approach is invaluable for industries like healthcare, finance, and beyond. To gain a deeper insight into GraphRAG's functionality, check out a practical example using LangChain in our blog article. LangChain provides powerful tools for incorporating graph databases into RAG systems. You'll learn how to implement a retrieval mechanism by integrating vector store index.from_vector_store, property graph index, and a custom retriever. Here are some of the standout features of GraphRAG scalability. It handles massive graph datasets efficiently, whether it's millions of social media interactions or intricate molecular structures. Interpretability: GraphRAG doesn't just give answers, it shows you the relationships behind them, making it easier to trust and verify results. Customizability: you can tailor GraphRAG to your domain, from finance to biology, ensuring it meets your specific needs. One of my favorite examples? Social media platforms using GraphRAG to detect fake accounts by analyzing suspicious network connections. Amazing, right? Now you might be wondering, how does GraphRAG compare to RAG? While both are built on retrieval-augmented generation, GraphRAG specializes in datasets where relationships are key. RAG is fantastic for text-based queries and linear data, but GraphRAG takes things to the next level when dealing with networks, hierarchies, or systems with interdependencies. In short, GraphRAG isn't just an evolution, it's a whole new frontier for AI applications. Ready to explore GraphRAG? Here are some tools and platforms to get you started. Neo4j, a leading graph database that integrates seamlessly with AI models. Google Vertex AI, experiment with graph-based retrieval using Google's infrastructure. LangChain, build your own GraphRAG pipelines with this flexible library. Start small by connecting a graph database to a retrieval model. Test it with sample data, and scale as you unlock its potential. So there you have it. GraphRAG, a game-changing approach to AI that's unlocking new possibilities for complex data analysis. If you want to dive deeper, check out our article linked below for more insights. If you found this video helpful, give it a like, share it, and let me know in the comments how you'd use GraphRAG in your work. Until next time, keep exploring and innovating.